Hi everybody, welcome back. Okay, I've got these for you today. I've made these coasters and I've finished it off with a gold chain slip stitch on the top. These are for my daughter. She's buying a new home and her theme is beige and gold, and I thought, why not? Let me just try out this pattern. I've done it with 2 yarns and they're really sturdy. And what I'm going to do is I've made the 3. I'll show you how to make one. And what I'll do after that is a separate video for the actual, the little coaster tray where you can put them in, rather than, I do like the coaster trays to go with them so you can just keep them nice and neat. So for this project you will need a 5mm crochet hook. You'll also need a 3.5 or a 3 will do, anything sort of around that range to do the chain stitch. Scissors and a needle as well. What you will also need, like I said, I've used gold, so this is the cotton sort of, it's lightweight like DK number 3 gold yarn here. So but you can use any color you want. I went with the gold because obviously her theme is gold and beige. And I've got 2 balls of wool here. Sorry about the mess, but I've laid it out nicely because I was practicing the actual pattern, so I've done the 2. So these are the colors. Unfortunately, I thought it was the same ball, but one's called Antique Peach and one's called Stone. But having mixed the 2, you can't really tell. They're so similar. See if I can lift that for you. See, they're so similar, the 2 colours. That's the Vintage Peach and that's the Stone. But that's fine. If you want to make them in one colour, just grab 2 balls of yarn. I'm just going to leave that there. 2 balls of yarn, which, if you want to make them in one colour, sorry. If you want to, you can actually, now that I've made that mistake, you can use 2 different colours, you know, to create like a 2-tone effect for your coasters. So they're very simple to make. I've already got my 2 yarns ready to go. So grab your 5mm crochet hook and make a magic circle. Now, if you don't know how to do a magic circle or single crochets, please go and have a look at my other tutorials. I've got separate tutorials for those. Okay, so do your magic circle, and the way you would do that is yarn over to the back there and grab your loop. That's your working yarn and that's your tying up yarn. So chain 1. That chain 1 there does not count as anything. There was one thing else I needed to say. Right, yes, I'm using a 5mm. Now I tried it with a 4 and I tried it with a 3.5, and the size came out perfect for the 5mm, and it's still very stiff, which is what we need. So 2 yarns, working 2 yarns together. Okay, so into the magic circle put 8 single crochets. And to do the 8 single crochets, go in, I would say pull up a loop, but pull both loops up, but we'll just count it as pull up because I don't want to confuse you. Okay, and then pull through 2. Go in, pull up, pull through 2. So there's 3. Go ahead and do 8. I think that's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. Pull your other yarn there. Tighten up the loop. Now remember, because you're working with 2 yarns, it will feel a bit, but make sure you go, normally it will be 2 loops, but it literally is 4, isn't it, because we're using the 4. Don't miss anything. Go through the entire, as you would be working with 1 yarn. Chain 1, that was round 1. Into the very same stitch, do 2 single crochets. And you want to do 2 single crochets in each stitch, and you will have 16 stitches. Last one there. That's 16. Give the center a squeeze. Slip stitch. Don't get confused, because this, it looks like there's a stitch there, but there isn't, because we're working 2 yarns, so it just looks bigger than what it normally is. If you are unsure, count your work. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. And slip stitch to the top of the first single crochet there. Okay, that's round 2. Now the pattern will be 2, so chain 1, go into the same one and do two single crochets, yeah? The next one is 1, then it's 2, and then it's 1. Okay, so the pattern is start with 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, and work all the way around. 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay. It's the last 2, and you should end with a 1. Okay, stitch count will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. And slip stitch into that first single crochet there. That's round 3. And your last round, start with 2 single crochets in the same stitch. In the next one do 1. In the next one do 1. So 2 in the one, and then 1, and another 1 in the next one. So 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. That's your pattern all the way around. And that's your last 2. One and 1, and slip stitch to the first. Okay, and that's your coaster here. What we're going to do now, just make sure that I've got the right. I think I kept a tighter hand on that one. It's fine. Your tension can make a bit of difference, but here we go. So what you want to do now is don't yarn and cut. Go into the next, and we want to form this. I love this flat. Can you see around the edges on the top? It not only makes it really smooth, it flattens it out as well. Okay, so go into the next stitch, pull up a loop and slip stitch, but don't do it too tight. Just keep it a nice, I know it's a bit hard because you're having to really pull the work because you've got 4 strands that you're working with, but still try and keep a nice light hand, if that makes sense. Can you see? You get this really nice flatter edge to it. just a finishing, isn't it? You see the difference? That's the bit that's done. And up here is without it. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I think it really finishes it off. Okay, when you get to here, your very last one, just pull out your yarn. And you don't really need to fuss with it. You can, if you can get your, because we've got 2 yarns, we can't really thread. So we want that to just lay down there flat. So let's just go into this next one in the middle and try and push our hook through. It might be a bit tricky, but you might want to use your nail. And then pull it through to the back. Okay, that's fine. And once we tie in the ends, okay, so grab your needle. This one's quite a lot, so let's just chop up some of the extra. Okay, so I don't make a knot. What I do is, because it's stiff enough as it is, just make sure you've yanked that circle, yeah? So it's closed. And then just, you'll have 4 strands, but just push it through. It might be a bit tough, but just, you know, a couple of times, backwards and forwards. And job's good. Okay, that's that one. Grab your scissors and a snip. Okay, same again, just anywhere. You're just basically hiding it. I didn't want to make a knot because I don't like knots on the back of my coasters, because they kind of like, you can, you know, we've put it through there. I would actually, I want to bring it down a bit, so I'm just going to go here, pull it through again. Like I said, there's no right or wrong way of doing this. Just bring your, because you don't want to make the knots here, just bring it a little bit lower. You could go even lower than what I have, but it's fine. And then you want to work downwards. Can go across, but this is what happens when you have 2 lots of yarn. Makes it a bit tricky. Oh dear, what's happened here? It's not that one. This one. Make sure I don't yank the work. Okay, that's that one. And then the last one. And then we'll do the gold, and when we are done. Like I said, you can use any colour. You can make these with a chunky yarn as well, but having the 2 yarns of the lighter yarn just made it more stiffer, which is what you want. You want coasters to sit nice and flat, yeah? Okay, so now this is why we've got this smaller hook, and I'll show you how to do the gold. So grab your yarn, and what we're going to do is, we're not going up there, we're just going to doing 3 circles. So 1, 2 and 3. So start, just put, and you'll be able to see the stitches anyway, the little holes. And if you can't, don't worry. So just grab your yarn from the back here and pull up the colour. I've done gold, like I said, but you can use any colour that you wish. Oops, excuse me, really knocked you out of place there. Right. And grab yeah, so go into the next hole. You can see a little hole here. Go there, and you want to basically grab that and pull it through. Just like you would do a slip stitch, yeah? That's your first one. I will move you up a little bit more, sorry. Kicked my... Don't worry about that stitch there at the moment. So, you got your working yarn. So just go into every hole that you can see and grab your loop and pull it up. Grab your loop from behind and pull it up through the work. If for any reason, like I said, you can't figure out which ones are your spaces, you should be able to, because the hook slides straight into it. And then the very last one, go in again. Yeah. And what you want to do is maybe, I don't know, a couple of arms length of yarn, because we're going to work up the circle. So we don't want to be short. It's better to be extra than to be short. And then when you get to this stage, pull that long yarn through and just go into the center using your hook. You don't want to thread a needle. Can you see how I'm just going to use my nail to get my hook to pop out there? Yeah? Grab your yarn and push it through the back. Oops, bear with me. My thingy got caught. Okay, that's fine. All we want to do is really join up the circle, yeah. So see where your yarn is, because you don't want to start here and then you want to yank the yarn all the way over this side. Just go to parallel to for the next row. So we've done there, we want to go up there. So just go put your hook through and grab your yarn for the first one. Then each and every hole, make a slip stitch. That's why I said to you to use a smaller hook. I've got a 3.5 here, so that you can easily get your hook into the... You can't be doing it with a 5 because it will get stuck and then we'll yank our work. This gold is a bit tricky actually. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just follow the line around. If you can see the holes, then great. Your hook will automatically, see, the holes are there. And then when you get to this one, very last one, pull it up again. Then grab your hook. It's tricky, just bear with me. I'm trying to do this while looking through the camera. I'll just use my left hand for this. There. Left hand worked better there. So grab it and now pull it to the back. Okay, now I've got enough left, hopefully, to do the last round. Okay, so we are here. Just move along up again to the very last row. Grab your hook and do the same again. Work all the way around. You can put a 4th one in. You can do whatever you want, really. This is just my pattern and how I liked it, but you know, you could go on and do maybe not do the one with the chunky, the double yarn on the end, but I think that you need that really, because it gives a nice, see, nice thick edge. Be your own boss. You can decide what you want to do, how you wish to. And I do apologise if I've moved anywhere out of camera for this one. Ooh, am I going to run out? Hopefully not. There's a good chance I am. Let me see if I can add. So do not make the mistake I've done. Make sure you've got lots extra. I'm just going to actually, I might do the magic knot. Why not? So wrap that one around there, like so. And then this one around here, like so. Voila! I'm loving this magic knot. It won't come undone. Showed you, if you want to know how to do this magic knot, I just did a tutorial for you yesterday. I think it's amazing. Great for emergencies like this. It will not come undone. Go and check it out if you have time. Let's just hope the knot doesn't come to the front. A little bit. Oh, we might be good. Hey, it worked. The knot stayed on the back. Really happy about that now. Okay. Actually, it probably didn't need to do that much, but never mind. Grab your knitting needle, sorry, needle now for this, because we're not moving it up anywhere. Just go in into the center. Can you see? Pull it through to the back, and that will join that up. These are so rustic with a hint of glamour. Okay, so don't make any knots now. This one's going to be a bit tough because the gold is a bit tough. I have to give it and just do what we did with the other one. You want to go through tighter stitches, but then you have to wriggle it around a bit. Okay, so, and that's the, and then we've just got this end, and we are done. This will make a perfect gift for someone moving in home or not moving in home. Something you can, if you have time now, for Christmas as a gift. You could do them red, gold and green, or white and silver, or literally it's entirely up to you. Okie dokie. Right then, here's our coasters. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now, thank you for watching this tutorial. What I'm going to do now is go away and make the case. So look out for that one. Should be hopefully very soon. And yeah, so you can, because I mean, that's fine if you want to just leave them like that, you know, on the side somewhere. But I actually think it finishes it off if you make a little case for it. So I'm just going to quickly figure out that pattern and I'll be back shortly. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your support. Please do share this one to anyone who you think would love to make these coasters. I'm loving the gold on the beige. Now I can see why she wants the gold and beige theme. Just adds a little bit of glam. Okay, speak to you soon. Bye-bye.